Good day, Simcade specialists. I'm Unsilent and we're on the air with more Colin McRae Rally 2.0. It's episode number 10 of CMR 2.0. Thanks for tuning in. Last time out. Didn't go so hot. She said, take off your jacket. I said, babe, men's not hot. Never hot. We tried winning the Class B championships, and you can tell I said I was going to have to do it offline, and I did, but there's a caveat there. We didn't win the Class B championship last time out, so we couldn't unlock Class A. Now, I did end up winning the Novice Championship offline, okay? Didn't unlock Class A, alright, so let's move on to Intermediate, and I couldn't win that. So what I did was I entered the unlock cheat code, which I can't remember off the top of my head, but Future Steve will flash up on the screen right now. Thank you. And that allowed us to win Intermediate. I believe it was the Peugeot 205. I believe that was a Group B rallier. Oh yeah, they got some old school. Yeah, you want to take a look, see some of the old school stuff that we're rocking through? I had to give this one a whirl. The Mini Cooper S. It does have some equivalent slow stuff here, I think. Oh, not the Puma. I thought it would have been the Puma. But the Escort Mark 1, also in that slow end of the world. But yeah, you got I think it starts from here. The Lancia Delta Integrale and alternate liveries, if you don't like martini stripes, but who doesn't like the martini stripes? The Sierra Cozze. I think I'm saying Cozze in the English. The Cooper MG Metro. Lancia Stratos. I did take this for a whirl as well. Holy crap, the wheel spin in this thing. All the power's going into the rear wheels. How the hell did they drive these? Like, I can't drive this in Dirt Rally. I can't drive these rear wheel Group B cars. I can barely hang on to the four-wheel drive Group B'ers, but the rear wheel drives is just like, boom, tree, thanks, done. Then you got the aforementioned 205, a Ford Puma, or Puma, depending on which part of the world you're from, the Escort Mark 1, and then back to the Focus. They also have the alternate liveries, martini stripes, the Gran Turismo liveries for the Ford Focus rally car. Grand GT2 liveries, I should be specific. Because they didn't have rally in GT1. They did have it in GT2. That really wasn't until GT3, GT4 that I really got that. Maybe probably GT3 that I really got the hang of rallying in Gran Turismo. I never quite got the hang of it in GT2. But there's some banger tracks in there. The Tahiti Bays. Come on, man, that's a great one. Anyway, yeah, let's not waste any more time. Because we can't race their championship, I'm going to make my own championship with blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget about the championship. So you got to create a new driver profile and enter this thing that has long since disappeared, been replaced by the microtransaction. It is something old school called the cheat code. And with the cheat code, great news! What? We've just unlocked all the tracks. So you can go in. Yeah, just keep going. So we had Italy, Sweden, and Greece the last time out. Now we've got Finland and France and Kenya and the UK. I missed one. Australia, Finland, and France, and Kenya, and the UK, and I was one ahead of it. I've been watching way too much House over the quarantine, which probably isn't a good thing. Watching a medical drama during quarantine, probably not the best thing I've ever done in my life. But you do all that, and you've got yourself a lovely set of 5 more tracks. This doesn't unlock the championship, or do I still gotta do it or do I actually have to make my own championship with blackjack and hookers? Okay, no, it does unlock the class, because we have those tracks unlocked, we do unlock Class A Championship. So, yeah, why not just do it with the Mini? We'll probably take a couple cracks at it, we'll do it with the Mini, I'll do it with a Group B'er. Now, let's go. Australia!
3, 2, 1, go!
Now, if you'd asked me how many speeds I thought a Mini Cooper Rally gearbox would have, I would have said 4. I sure as hell wouldn't have said 6. Unless that's just what's programmed into the game and they couldn't be arsed to deprogram that. Program that down to 5. Or 4 even. Now it says 1.7, but I bet you a lot of that is down to speed, because we're not that far, see? We're not that far behind. Like in terms of, you know, raw distance, we're pretty close. And we're right in the hunt here. Unfortunately, I'll turn the sound down so much in my ears, I can't hear if I'm bumping off the back of that guy. Also, I've missed a trick. Didn't someone say they were going to turn down the music in the last episode and never bloody did? Where's that guy going? He got lost. I'm going to get bump draft, tandem drafting. Unfortunately, I think we're a little in between plate tracks and NASCAR. So they would have just done the final race of the regular season at Daytona. As you guys are watching, probably about a week and a half before you watch. Oh, bang. Okay, I'm actually going to turn down the music a bit for you guys. That might be a little too low. Because the problem is I don't want to turn down the music too much, because that'll ruin the music on the end screen. Turn up the music a little bit. Not when I'm in the middle of a corners there. Well, there we go. That was a nice, neat pass. Sure, was there a little bit of shortcutting? Yes. Oh, don't. I've run wide. Somebody else ran wide the last lap, and now it was my turn. As we're losing time. Didn't lose as much time as that guy who got lost. Which we were about to follow. Nope, we aren't. Woo! Oh no! I ran wide, I lost some time, and that got that guy by me. Well, that's fine. The idea... Oh, yeah, if you look at the mini-map, Steve-O, it's the lack of music that's concerning me. See, the guy got lost the last time, and there he is probably in stone dead last. You can't tell because... Well, you can't tell with any degree of certainty because they're all, like... Line was off going into that first turn, now it's just off everywhere else. You know what it is? It's the lack of music. That's throwing me off. Hopefully that's a nice middle ground. Yeah, I was going to say, throw myself off at the line in the first turn, and it just kind of cascades when you get into that rhythm section. But we're good through this section. See, we're mowing them down here. We might be able to snag that podium. Beat and bang. Rubbin is racing. This was iRacing. We're probably like at contact 0x, but we are trying very hard to get that 4x. One thing I should have just run wide. One thing I am looking forward to with getting a new computer soon is being able to be on, well, Windows 10, so that way I can play all the new games. Like, all Codies' new games are on Windows 10. I don't believe they run on 7, so, we're gonna lose out. Couldn't muscle them out of the way. Where was I? Yeah, can't, Yeah, there's the problem, is everything's now, like, all Codies' games now are on Windows 10, so it's just like, So I haven't played the new F1. I haven't played the, well, any of them, right? Not the new Grid. I don't think Dirt 5 is on Windows 7. I think that one's still on 10. Am I missing any of them? I think that's the show for Codies, and it's going to be going forward to the new WRC game. So, why is Steve upgrading? Because this rig I have now hates Windows 10 with a passion. Well, it died once, right? If you guys haven't been around here for very long, it died once back in like 2017, maybe 2018, or just Windows 10 just said, "Nope, I'm dying, and I'm taking your PC with you." So now I'm on my second operating system hard drive, and I'm on 3 overall. Anyway, Finland.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you want to win, employ a Finn. Unfortunately, I am not. Unfortunately, Canadian racing car drivers are generally about as crazy as Finnish racing car drivers. Now, of course, that's bell-curved, based almost entirely on Gilles Villeneuve, the greatest racing car driver ever in the history of Formula 1. I don't care what... See, that's the reason why that really daft, clickbaity Amazon Web Service analysis... Or, yeah, was that the dumb F1, greatest F1 drivers from, like, 1983 onwards? That makes you think that Heikki Kovalainen might have been the most underrated F1 driver in the history of the universe? It's like, because they couldn't have, like, Hamilton trounced by Gilles Villeneuve, so... And he would have been, in his day, because Gilles was some of those Ferrari shitboxes. Like, you think this year's Ferrari F1 car is bad? Gilles had to muscle some pretty shit boxes back then. And won with them. Obligatory watch Villeneuve versus Arnoux at, was it Dijon? Watch that battle and tell me that isn't like one of the greatest battles in F1 history. Lap after lap, trading positions, and on the final lap, swapping positions a few times. You couldn't shortcut a corner, but if you ran wide, keep your foot in it. Good things might happen. Ran a little wide there. Didn't need to run wide there. I was trying to keep my momentum up because this is a very momentum-based vehicle. Not a lot of power to it. Not a lot of top end to it. Although we are doing 100 miles per hour in a Mini, so it's not that bad, I suppose. Oh, bumped him. This guy's holding me up. Holding me up more than Gilles Villeneuve did the entire field at, was it Harama? And he held up the entire damn field in the one of the slower cars. Nobody could get by him. Car turned like a dump truck, but it had this massive turbo, so Gilles knew exactly what he needed to do to keep everyone at bay. Get on the power real good. Outbrake them all. Drive like an absolute beast. We're gonna get by him. Wasn't much of one, but thank you for listening to my TED Talk on Gilles Villeneuve. Could have won a championship against Jody Scheckter too if he really wanted, but he was a good team player. Of course, Jody Scheckter. I'm not sure if he's actually an honorary Canadian, but he should be, considering he did finish second in the 1977 World Drivers' Championship for Walter Wolf Racing, a good Canadian team. Also, driving for Walter Wolf Racing, twice Indy 500 winning team owner, Bobby Rahal. Bobby won a 500 himself, didn't he? Pretty sure he won the kart championship twice as well. Anyway, oh no, that was the race result. So we're still sitting third in championship. We were out of touch for the championship, but maybe you could win it on the next pass. It's a learning exercise, this one.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Here we attempt. Just wheel spin the whole way along. Nobody mind me. Beat and bang. We've split ourselves effectively into two packs. Now, if he hadn't cut me off there, I probably could have made up some time on that hairpin. Oh, fence there. That's a hard-to-see fence. You don't want to run too hard into the fence. Yeah, no, there's no damage, so who gives a shit. But still, this is a twisty-ass circuit. Still going around. Man, that's a 3 left that just never ends. Oh, I tried to fling it in, but I flung in too early and slowed myself up. Oh, he's run wide and off. So we'll take 1 place back. It's orange again. I wish he was a little more lethargic as opposed to a little more crashy. Lethargic, sort of like Orange Cassidy. Steve making a wrestling reference? Nah, that doesn't sound something like I would do. It's the constant wheel spinning that's throwing me off, right? Like I'm going in a straight line and the wheels are spinning. It just barely settles down, but that can't be fast. So I don't know. Like at a certain point, when you're in 4th gear, I shouldn't be spinning the tires anymore. That's just my opinion. But it's definitely slowing me down considering how far behind I am. Compared to everyone. Because even when it's perfectly straight, it's still generally got this faint, it's like wheel spinning up, and at least it's done in 5th gear, but... And it's not like it's because it's skidding, because there's only the 1 set of tire treads, so the rears are in line until they aren't. And you can see when we get that 4-wheel skid happening, because you can see faintly on the rears, because there's no power going to them. As you can see just the little bit there. So in 2 laps we've managed to lose 25 seconds. Kind of wonder if they just, like, threw this together at the last minute. Meanwhile, Orange seems to have come to a stop? Oh no, he's going. So good news for Orange is he's not dead. He's a long way behind. I mean, we're not going to win this championship. We could probably tap out here. Or do you want to just finish it up? Well... See you guys are in the future. Damn time travelers. So, I mean, you could put your time traveling selves to good use and try and find me in the past, tell me whether you want me to finish the race. Ever wonder if time travel... obviously it isn't. Either everyone is incredibly responsible. God, imagine if Hitler was a construct of time travelers. Everyone says if you could go back in time, you know, the moral conundrum for time travelers. Would you go back in time and kill baby Hitler? Sort of thing. But it's like, what if? Whoa, tinfoil hat shit. What if somebody did try to do that only to find that Hitler was planted there by time travelers? Ooh. And it didn't work. And of course, if time travel actually went ahead and changed anything, none of us would be aware of it. Because we would live in that reality where all time travel that's happened before us would have happened and been somehow, someway set in stone. I kind of doubt it'd be like, was it Star Trek The Next Generation, where the guy from the past met a time-traveling researcher from the future, stole his time travel shuttle, went to the future, stole his technology, and then pretended to be a time-traveling researcher from the future? Anyway, yes, we finished 5th in this championship. Yeah, sometimes I can be a bit, well, sci-fi nerdy like that, but literally no one is surprised. Alright! Let's do this one. The Peugeot 2. Actually, you know what we can do? You want to mix it up just a little bit. So what we could do is cheats. Mirror tracks. Then we do the... Let me do it in this one, the 205. That way it's a little bit different.
3, 2, 1, go.
The 205, Stratos, and the MG. I thought I reversed it, but I thought it went... thought I mirrored it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't mirror these. Alright, there we go. Now, well, I've cut that a bit too much, it seems. We're just using every inch of... Watch out, spectators! Say we're watching every possible inch of the road here. But we're right in line here. I feel as though the 205 is a cheat code in and of itself. Because once you get it hooked up, if you get it hooked up, I should caveat with, if you could get this thing lined up and get it to take off the way you want instead of trying to murder you, it seems to be its own cheat code. Record time off the hop with this thing, which should surprise no one since the previous record time was in a Mini. Now I know Mini made a comeback in WRC, but I'm not sure if they ever actually won a championship. Got off the throttle way too much there. And let the Stratus catch up to me. I was fastest there in the Mini, I'm slowest there now in the Group B cars. We'll turn it down over the jump. Right, we're pushing, we are tandeming that Stratus. Of course, in the Alitalia, green and white. Lovely iconic scheme. I was gonna say, have I ever flown Alitalia? I know I went to Italy once with my family when I was like 4. So how much of it do I remember? Basically none of it. So I'm not sure I really count that on the international travel experience. But hey, it is what it is. Got that wrangled. There we go. Everything is more or less under control now. As we come onto the... I was gonna say, that thing. Well, this is usually where we speed by the Lancia, so we've made it... Yeah, we're 2 1/4 seconds up. We're good to go. Oops, that wasn't look back. What was the look back button? That one. It's L1. Or sorry. Left bumper on the Xbox controller. I just like L1. Of course it is, because I've been playing PlayStation consoles for goddamn near over 20 years at this point. So it's just like, L1. Yeah, well, duh. So. Or what? It's left. I forget what it is on the Switch. It's just like, oh, it's that button. Don't remember what it's called or anything, but. All right, off to the Finland. Oh no, not the Finland. So from last to first in less than 5 seconds. Like I said, This thing is its own goddamn cheat code. Now here's the big jumps that we were promised. For the rally. As we get to here, and then you get the big jumps. As I'm trying to remember, isn't there a low gravity cheat in this as well? I gotta find the cheat code list. Oops. Overcooked that. Oh, he's not spun it. Never mind. I was gonna say, oh, he spun. No, he didn't. Oh, he's run wide. I forgot this ain't Australia anymore. Where running off the beaten track didn't punish you. Whereas here, it very much does. Fastest time. So we did not beat... Well, if we'd stayed on the road, we would have. But we did not beat her. Fast time in the Mini. I've got a... I'm 90% sure that there's a low gravity cheat. Or moon gravity or moon physics or some such like that. Cheat in this game. And if there is... The old Murray Walker, unless I'm very much mistaken. Unless I'm very much mistaken, then we're going to have to give that a shot. Specifically to race it around here. In the next episode, because we do have 2 more. We do have 2 more of these. Oh, there's your record time. Right up on the back of the Lancia. And now we are by the Lancia. You apply a little chrome horn. A little. I didn't think I applied that much, but... But we'll have to come back here in the next episode since we do have Kenya and the UK still to do. So... This I keep screwing up. There we go. That's picture perfect. We got just under 2 seconds of an advantage. There we go. Held perfectly and across the line. Did not set a new fast lap, but oh well, is what it is. So, there we go. 2 sub-1 minute laps. Now we can put this all together for one last one. So, Huber is 4 points behind us, which means that we need to finish 4th or better in order to lock up the championship. Of course, if he's first, I'm 4th, that's count back, but still, it works. So, France! We're getting muscle hard here. Oh man, this is... Oh, we've run into someone. Wow, we almost got turned by the, like, well, turned, flipped, rolled by the MG. I didn't think he was going to try and accelerate through my car, but hey. You guys are worse than any public lobby on any racing game you'll ever find. I was gonna say, it's one of the great things, even if you're not too fast. Speed's overrated in public lobbies and racing games. Because half the people are gonna crash, so you'll just end up with a good result anyway. get past him for 4th. Back in the goods. I'm looking at that 4th like it's like that's numbers in green and the rest of them are like 5 and 6 are red. And 1, 2, 3, 4 are green because that's championship positions. Granted, this drive is a bit like Formula 1. Just show up in the best car and you'll win. Which... Oh, damn it. I got lost. And I rolled it. So now we're going to have to do that all over again. What was I going to say? Oh, yes, I know what I was going to say. Show up in the best car and win. It's a bit like being an IndyCar and just saying, if you want to win an IndyCar, just show up as Scott Dixon and you'll win. Sure, he didn't win the 500. He should have. But I would assume by recording, he's basically wrapped up the championship. Or goddamned close. And he's just having the most Scott Dixon year to Scott Dixon. Of course, Scott's never won back-to-back titles. So he's not going to win the title next year. I don't think Scott's ever won back-to-back titles. So somebody's going to win it next year. So he's just going to have to take his requisite break. Alright, whoop. Almost did it again. Almost went the wrong way there again. Can't afford to roll it here. Bring it back. There we go. Oh, somebody... That's one of the Lancias has binned it there. We saw it in the minis the last time we were here, didn't we? There we go. So we will take a podium. That way we don't have to rely on countback. Just nice and easy to cross the line. I'm not good at this track. Like, I'm very not good at this track. But hey, everyone's gonna have one of those tracks that they suck at, right? See, for me, like, if we were to go back to, Man, that was a hit. If we were to go back to TOCA 2, Brands Hatch, go back to F1 games, and then you'd say, oh, Steve-O's really bad at Barcelona. Yes, I am. So Huber finished, he's finished in second anyway, so we were, at that point, we were safe. Just had to finish the race. So. But yeah, there it is. Intermediate gold trophy in the books in the pocket, out of sight. Yeah. So let's take a quick gander at here. So now we've won the Class A championship, but we do have a couple more. We do have a couple more tracks to go to, and a couple of cheats worth looking at as well. So we'll come back and we will do that next time on Colin McRae Rally 2.0. But until we see you for that, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Share on social media. Follow on social media. The social media handle is Unsilent on air, and that is for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr. And don't forget, you can check out more Colin McRae Rally 2.0 in the playlist. It's on the screen in the description down below, and more videos anytime on the channel page. And until the next time, I'm Unsilent. Thanks very much for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.